this piece of paper, and you have a pen. Because we're going to play a game. It's going to be so much fun. Has anybody ever done true colors in here? Okay, 1, 2, 3. And your colors can change. But if you've never done this before, this will be really, really, really fun. So this morning's planner, is everybody a planner in here? Kinda? Come on, let me hear you. Wake up, planners. Okay, thank you. I need some cheering to wake up. Y'all get up in the morning and you do that power pose and you're like, wake up, body! I have to do that in the shower. Because I'm not a morning person. How many of you stay up till 1 or 2 in the morning and work? Because that's when we can get our stuff done, right? While everybody else is asleep. So make sure you guys get pen and paper coming in. We're going to go ahead and get started. Today's session is called Matchmaker, pairing the right vendors with each couple. How many of you feel like you have the dream team already? Like you have a family of vendors, you are good. Alright, so some of you are good. But what happens when you work with not new people, but new people to you? And I've been doing this 18 years, and it happens to me every single weekend, I feel like. And I could write a whole book on just that, because it's we are not on the same page. But I try to pre-qualify all of our vendors, all of our clients, all of our team members, to make sure with communication we are all on the same page, because without communication, things can fall apart really quickly, right? And we work in an emotional, money, roller coaster spending industry. So rather than talk about, if a vendor fails you, how to cover your butt, you basically take the blame for everything, right? We're planners. It's always our fault, right? Right? Okay, it's always our fault, always. I don't like to say firing a vendor. I like to say reframing from a vendor, because you never know what's going on with people, so you don't want to assume anything. So I don't like the word firing, but I've definitely done it. And then y'all know, if any of you know me in here, I'm all about psychology. It's the best thing I ever did. Worked in a mental hospital. Not at the time, I didn't think it was that cool, but I'm really thankful God led me down that path when I was 19, 20, because now every single day I use psychology and teach other professionals how to use psychology. So really quickly, for those of you who don't know me, my background and my whole why is because we're in this industry because why? We love people, right? If you don't love people, there's the door. You got to love people. And you've got to learn to communicate with people and serve people. So we always try to stay positive. Yeah, your church is burning down. It's okay. No one's dying, with a smile on your face. You got to have a contract to cover your behind as well. In ours, I like to call it a service agreement. I don't like to call it a contract because I'm not an attorney. But you've got to have a statement in there that says that if you are recommending vendors, that's all you're doing. You are not liable in any shape, form, or fashion at all. And then you have that act of God. So we're going to talk about how to handle, I'm going to share a few real experiences. This stuff really happened to me. So last year, I'm going to start off with the chicken story. Who knows the difference between a chicken breast and an airline chicken breast? That one word, okay? I love chicken, I eat chicken, but I didn't know the difference until this mother of the bride completely lost her bananas when she was going through the stations, and I didn't witness this. One of my girls did, and they radioed me. They're like, you're going to have to come calm this mom down. She's so angry. There's breast of chicken, and the airline chicken breast is gone, or the bone in it is gone, and I don't know what to tell her. Y'all, you would have thought her daughter was just murdered, okay, over chicken. And I'm so caught off guard. I'm just trying to keep her happy, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. We will deal with this tomorrow. It's your daughter's wedding. Everything else is beautiful and it's perfect. And she wanted to leave her daughter's wedding because of this chicken. And so I'm just like trying to keep her there. So we get through the night. At the end of the night, the caterer, who was our normal caterer, our family vendor caterer, I'm like, can you just tell me what happened? She's like, well, we had 8 tastings and 23 versions of this menu. Okay, this is not normal people, okay? However, we keep up with our notes. And she's like, well, here's what really happened. And I didn't want to tell you this, but the owner still doesn't want me to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you. So their software system, caterings, something happened. And it completely got lost in the backup. Didn't back up that night. So instead of asking me, because everything's in Dropbox, people, they should have asked me, hey, what's the latest menu? They didn't even set on the menu card before people went to the stations. And so really, the software failed them, and they pulled the wrong menu, and that's why the chicken didn't become the right chicken. And if you don't know what an airline chicken breast is, it has the bone in, and the moisture is way there, and it's not there on a flat piece of chicken. But who would have known that chicken was so important, right? So like, I'm very specific about my chicken. Now, what the caterer did, they refunded their money, they still weren't happy, all over a piece of chicken. Everything else was perfect, but it was still my fault, right? But I'm not gonna fire that caterer. I mean, they told me the truth. I didn't tell the client. It's none of their business, it's over. So if you do Indian weddings or Yemen weddings, you know that pork, right, is not to be in the building, period. We had a 4-day Indian event. I'm changing stories now, in case you didn't know. So I'm done with that story. So day 4 of this event, we are at, I'm not gonna say the venue, but we were at the same venue, okay, all 4 days. I thought we had the same chef, that wasn't the case, but the bride, 5 days before, she's like, I love Eggs Benedict. I really want Eggs Benedict for my guests. And I'm like, honey bunny, you are outside of the 7-day window, and we really can't change anything, but I'll ask, right? So how many of you have those vendors where even if you ask 24 hours in advance, they will fly stuff in for you because you do millions of dollars of business with them? You should tell us no sometimes. Like, this guy should have told me no, but they did it. And I've never eaten Eggs Benedict. I don't know what's on the Eggs Benedict, okay? So there's a station for the brunch that morning, and I'm off loading out from another event. I'm like, this is a brunch. The girls got it. I don't need to be there. And then I get a phone call. They never call me. They text Marco Polo. They're like, Ange, you got to get back right now. It's like the president just walked in and was killed. And I'm like, what? And they're like, there was pork. There's pork in the Eggs Benedict station, and these people are freaking out. They're screaming. And oh my God, I'm like, how is it? Like, it says all over the BEO banquet event order, no pork, like in 25 font, red letters. So I rush back. I go right down to the kitchen, and I'm like, guys, what, WTF? And I'm like, where's the chef? Well, the chef hadn't had a day off in like 32 days, so it was like the junior chef. And I'm like, let me see the BEO. Y'all, the ink out on the printer ran out. So when they printed the final page, the part that said no pork, really big, got left off. Yeah, this stuff really happens. So then I go out to the guests, and I'm like, we can simply pull the pork. I have people coming up to me asking me where the hospital is because they want to have their stomach pumped. Because they accidentally ate pork. Yeah. Money got refunded then too. I did tell the client what happened. They were still very angry, and it was still my fault, right? So this actually happened recently. Again, follow your process, people. Every time I say yes, another one where it's the week of the wedding, the bride changes her mind. Happens all the time. She's like, I really want string lights now. I'm like, you're half doing your wedding, and you have all this beautiful drapes and all these beautiful Swarovski chandeliers. I don't really think string lights go. And she's like, but I really want them. I'm like, is someone playing a joke on me right now? But okay. So I asked the lighting vendor, and they're like, yeah, Ange, we can add them. It's no big deal. And the venue, the ceiling was really wonky, but like, I didn't even think about the hang points. I was just like, yeah, we'll do it, you know, $17.50, whatever. So we get going. The old order gets pulled, And I'm not even paying attention, right? Because these are my regular life people. The bride walks in, the mom walks in. The mom, it was really more the mom's wedding than it was the bride's wedding, that kind of wedding. And we always bring them in before anybody else. And she walks in, and the very first thing she says to me is, Angela, where are the string lights? And I'm like, you know what? It just didn't work with this ceiling. The grid in the ceiling, it wasn't going to work. And I'm so sorry, I made an executive decision from a design standpoint, and you have beautiful chandeliers and beautiful drape, and it just wasn't going to work with the grid in the ceiling. I'm so sorry. What can I get you? Would you like your signature drink? I was completely in my head, I'm like, WTF! Like, where are the street lights? And so I'm just like, oh my God! And so I'm like, you know, and then someone else goes and like bustles her, and while my girls are bustling her, she's like, I just don't understand. Like, I told Angela 5 days ago what a street lights, and she said it was fine. And like, we paid for it, and I'm on the phone, like texting the vendor, and I'm like, where are the effing street lights? And they're like, oh my God, the wrong sheet was pulled. Y'all, these things happen, but I always take the blame. And you gotta think really fast. I never throw people under the bus, ever. I'm always like, we'll figure it out. And again, I don't like to say when to fire someone, it's like how to handle it. And y'all, there's two sides to every story. And so the game we're gonna play this morning with your colors, maybe you'll learn to step back and reframe a little bit. But I always try to tell people, like, we're all leaders in this room. If you're planning, designing, you are leading something. And if you stop and think about how much people rely on us, one person, to lead and mommy all the vendors and all the team, sometimes I just like want to sit in a spot and drown, right? But I don't think about it like that. I'm like, thank you God for giving me a halfway normal brain so I can like get all these people together, keep them motivated, keep them happy, and doing these amazing events, because this is not easy. It's not easy. And TV makes it seem like it's fairy dust and butterflies and this bridezilla, and it's like, I don't tolerate that. Like, that is not my life. And if you're a good leader and a good communicator, you will earn the respect of your vendors. And you won't have to tell them, hey, don't throw me under the bus, because you've all got each other's backs. And that's a dream team, it really is. So I used to work with a floral designer 10 or so years ago who was incredible, had incredible ideas. Our clients paid for it, no big deal. I never knew from the execution side that she was horrible. I didn't know it. No one told me. They were all scared to tell me. And then we had this huge wedding that involved a Donald Trump person, but way before he was president. So that massive, and security, all that. And it didn't go well in the background. But because I was so busy making sure that everybody's having fun, because that's my role at the wedding, is making sure everybody's good and putting out fires. I didn't know that she hadn't rented her own trucks. She didn't rent a lift. She didn't rent the appropriate ladder. She's asking all the vendors, hey, can I use your lift? Hey, can I borrow your truck? Hey, can I? And I'm like, what? So later, after that wedding, they all kind of gang up on me, right? Like 10 of them. They're like, Angela, we love you, but if you work with her ever again, we're done. We're cutting you off. And I'm like, what happened? And they're telling me all this. And I'm like, whoa, let me just talk to her. So I talked with her and I'm like, hey, like, I didn't know that I needed to think for you too on the execution side, but you gotta hire an operations manager. This is a liability. I mean, if you fall and bust your head anything can happen. And I've been drugged in court, not because of me, I was subpoenaed for other reasons, but it's not fun. And she didn't do it. She didn't change. So we split. But guess what? There was an opportunity for me. It was like, well, shit, I guess I'm going to have to step up and do the design now. But it actually was what was missing in me. I love doing the design. Now that's all I do. So a bad thing was really a good thing. And she moved on to doing bigger and better things. So it doesn't always have to be a bad, negative thing. We had a prop builder, awesome prop builder. His wife did not like me very much. I don't know why. She's like, you talk to him at 2 and 3 in the morning, and are you cheating? And I'm like, the last time I checked, your husband is my dad's age, and I'm not interested in that, and I have a pretty hot boyfriend, and like, this isn't even personal. Like, I deal with my vendors at 2 and 3 in the morning because that's when we can get stuff done. But she was like, you can't work with her anymore, and that. But guess what? Then they opened a wedding venue together, and then she started to understand, and 2 years later, she came back and hired me to be her coach, and she apologized. So you always just be nice to people, you know? We had a new linen designer make all these beautiful linens, and she was shipping all this stuff in from Australia, and it didn't come in on time. And instead of fixing it or getting something in the U.S., they could fix it, she just showed up with poly linens, which is not okay. Like, communicate with me. If you have a problem, don't hide it from me. I'm really good at solving or finding a solution. So make sure with your vendors that you have that open communication, and make sure they're not afraid of you. That is so key. We have a wrap meeting after every event we do, not like wrap, not that, like a wrap, like, okay, we're wrapping it up, next client, and it's like, what can we do better? We do the floor plans, and one of my vendors was like, Ange, can you please just put version 1, version 2, version 3, like, my guys are looking at the floor plan, and we don't know what version we're on. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That makes total sense, but I never thought of that. And sometimes we're in the 20s. So on your timelines and on your floor plans and on your designs, make sure you're putting version numbers and ask for feedback. Okay, so here's the fun part. So you have this piece of paper in front of you, and I want to make sure that I properly give you the instructions. So I'm going to show you a series of pictures really quickly. So if anybody's looking at their phone, look up here. So you're paying attention just for 30 seconds. I know we don't have long attention spans, not the same way. But hopefully this exercise will show you how to customize the message the way the person needs to hear it. So when I'm talking to different colors on my team, and when I'm organizing my team for a big wedding day, I very much give them the role of what color they are. I'm not talking about your skin, I'm talking about true colors. The other day I was teaching this, and before they knew anything about the colors, I said something about color, and one of the girls said, she goes, I just want to clarify, Angela's not talking about the color of your skin. And so I'm like, oh my God, is that what you guys thought? Like, I'm so sorry. I had a hairdresser that was doing a client recently, and she's just making conversation, and she's like, so what color is your husband? Like, who you're married? And the girl's like, what? Like, he's half Hispanic and what? And Chris and the girl, she's like, oh, no, I don't mean like that. Like, hasn't Angela done true colors with you? And this was a like wham bam quick client. I didn't have time to do all true colors, so I had not said something to her. And so later she's like texting me, she's like, I really need you to understand that I'm really sorry if I offended your client. She thought that I was asking like what, anyway, that's not what it's about. So I went to school, their school, to be a certified facilitator to teach true colors because it's really big in healthcare. It really needs to be big in our industry. In the wedding and the events industry, it's way more emotional than healthcare people. So this is my very favorite tool. Okay, so glance at the pictures. If you don't like bold, it's not about the colors, it's more about the pictures. So I want you to look at the pictures. Business plan, house, trust, piggy bank, to-do list, planner, green, science. I'm not very green, so just green. Blue, people, love, family, rainbows, walks on the beach, Paris, smiling faces. This is like half of us, okay? Probably this whole group. And then orange, fun, adventure, spontaneous, gambling, we're in Vegas, roller coaster, skydiving. So, in looking at the colors and the pictures, not just the colors, the pictures, how many of you visually, you're like, oh, gold is first? Raise your hand. All right, so if you're raising your hand right up here, y'all will never hear me say pen and paper very much, but you actually have to have pen and paper for this exercise. Put a 4 at the very top under your goal. How many of you see green first? Okay. So if you see green first, put a 4. A 4 at the very top box. How many of you see blue first? Half the room. What's up, caring people? Put a 4 in the box under blue. And our oranges out there. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, there's not that many of us. Oh my gosh, some of you guys probably think I'm so obnoxious and loud. It's okay. So orange, put a 4. Put a 4 at the top. Now, this is a 4-3-2-1 kind of game. So then I want you to also look at the pictures again. I post pictures. And the one that is least like you, put a 1 at the very top. So you've got most like you is a 4, and least like you is a 1. Everybody got it? And then fill in the 2 and 3. So basically, 4 is the most like you. If you kind of struggled, like, yeah, but I really like gold, but like I really like blue too, then your blue is probably a 3. And then a 2 is getting towards least like you, and then a 1 is least like you. This is all visual. Everyone has all 4 colors. Equally important to make a company go round. So there is not a right or wrong answer. So does everyone have 4, 3, 2, 1 at the top? Everybody's got it, right? Guys, this is really, really, really important that we don't mess our numbers up, and you can use your phone because I can't out of my head. So, everybody's got the top row. So we're going to take a few minutes of silence, which I know is really hard, but just focus and concentrate for 120 seconds. And what you're going to do, you're going to go down each row and do the same thing, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what's easiest for me is I typically find the group of words that's most like me and put a 4. And then the group of words that is like, it's not me at all, and I put a 1, and then fill in the 2 and the 3. So you're going to take it down each row, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4 being most like you, 1 being least like you. And then at the bottom, don't add it up yet. Everyone messes this up. So we're going to do it together as a team. So we're going to take a few moments of silence, look at the group of words, 4, 3, 2, 1. Does anybody have any questions? Not that you're going to ask it in a big group anyway, but raise your hand if you have any questions. So if you were confused on what to do, you can look at the screen and it will tell you 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you have pen and paper. Nope. So in every row, great question. In every row, you gotta have a 4, 3, 2, 1. So across, not column, row. So every row should have a 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4. Now, for those of you who are fast readers, I will tell you the very ending. So once you have a 4, 3, 2, 1 in every single row, you're going to add these up vertically, and you have to add the top number. Okay? So a little secret down here, this equals 60. If you don't get 60, you probably accidentally, like you were just saying, put 2 4s or 2 3s or 2 2s in a row. So just make sure every single row has a 4, 3, 2, 1. And then when you add them up, this bottom should equal 60. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to do this. It's really important everyone gets to 60 because this is my life. This is everything. This is how I build companies. This is how I do everything. It's all off of numbers. Raise your hand if you have questions. I'll come around. I'm kind a big room. I feel like I need to run. Who had a question over here? Does anybody have a question? Somebody raise their hand. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so look at the pictures. And which pictures pop out at you? This is like adventure. This is like this is like family. This is acceptance. And so whichever is most likely, it's a 4. Least likely is a 1. So 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're going to go down each row. Do the same thing. Pick the group of words. 4, 3, 2, 1. And when we add it up, this gets to 60. Include that top number. You're welcome. Anybody else have any questions? If you're confused, look at the screen. That might help you with a little direction. Any other questions? Do we have our final numbers? Who needs more time? Let people think, guys. So this is on? Okay. Who's got your numbers at the very bottom that equal 60? Okay, so about half of you. We'll go 1 more minute. So make sure this is 60 down here. So I'm talking about the very bottom right here. Anybody in the 20s in orange? 24? Nobody's 24? You're 24, you're 24. So we have, what month were you born in? Orange. 24 orange? And anybody else 24 orange? Okay, in a moment, you'll want to come up and join me, but hold on. Hold on. Okay, greens. How many, any above 20 greens? 1, 2. Any 24 greens? 23? 22? 22. 21? 21 green? Anybody else 21 green? Okay. Gold. 24 golds. So stand up if you're 24 gold. Stand up if you're 24 gold. What month is your birthday? February. Sit down. Okay, you two stay standing. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Anybody in January? Neither of you? So no January 24 golds? What's your birthday? You win! Okay, just a moment. Thank you. Have a seat. Y'all, this is really fun. I promise this is going to be really fun. Okay, so since most of you are blues in here, how many 24 blues do we have? Oh, not as many as I thought. So only 3. What month is your birthday? Okay. 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 January. Alright, so if you were the highest, come on up here. Join me on stage. Come on. Y'all give them a round of applause. The greens hate me right now, but come on up on stage. Where's my green? And the green is the last to come up because they don't like this. I still love you. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Okay, so on the back of the card, I want you to read the whole thing to everybody. And the most important thing here, guys, the most important thing for you guys to notice here, at the very bottom, the lowest number, I am a 6 green. So when green is reading, I need to pay the most attention. Okay, got it? Go. Orange, it's all you. What?
Just joking, the microphone is just totally the microphone wasn't working.
See, oranges, we joke a lot. We're very sarcastic.
Forget it. I can't read very well because I can't see very well because the cable stumbled through it. And you should have never handed me this microphone. You know better than that. Okay, orange.
We are not meditating.
You're not meditating? Why, thank you so very much.
Oh my gosh, look at how sweet. Are you blue? Oh, okay.
We're all the same thing here.
Love it.
Okay, I act on a moment's notice. Witty, charming, spontaneous. I consider life as a game, here and now. Impulsive, generous, impactful. I need fun, variety, stimulation, and excitement. Optimistic, eager, bold. I value skill, resourcefulness, and courage. Physical, immediate, fraternal. I'm a natural troubleshooter, a performer, and a competitor. At work, I am bored and restless with jobs that are routine and structured. I am satisfied in careers that allow me independence and freedom while using my physical coordination and my love of tools. I view any kind of tool as an extension of self. I'm a natural performer. In relationships, I seek a relationship with a shared activities and interests. With my mate, I like to explore new ways to energize the relationship. As a lover, I need to be bold. I thrive on physical contact. I believe in leaving plans flexible so I can choose what to do when the moment arrives.
Don't ask me to pull out a planner, people.
Huh?
Don't ask to pull out a planner and make plans.
Like a spreadsheet?
Go ahead.
In childhood, I had the most difficult time fitting into academic routine. I learned by doing and experiencing rather than by listening and reading. I need physical involvement in the learning process and was motivated by my own natural competitive nature and sense of fun. True colors. 1-800-422.
Oh my gosh, okay, we're done. Give him a round of applause! Okay, gold. I followed the rules and respect authority. Loyal, dependable, and prepared. I have a strong sense of what is right and wrong in life. Thorough, sensible, and punctual. I need to be useful and to belong. Faithful, stable, and organized. I value home, family, and tradition. Caring, concerned, and concrete. I'm a natural preserver, a good citizen, and helpful. At work, I provide stability to maintain organization, my ability to handle details, and to work hard to make me the backbone of many organizations. I believe that work comes before play, even if I must work overtime to complete the job. In relationships, I am serious and tend to have traditional conservative views above love and marriage. I want a mate who will work along with me, building secure, predictable life together. I demonstrate love and affection through practical things I do for my loved ones. In childhood, I wanted to follow the rules, regulations of the school. I understand and respect authority and was comfortable in academic routine. I was the easiest of all types of children to adapt to educational systems. Give her a round of applause!
enthusiastic, sympathetic, and personal. I look for meaning and significance in life. I am warm, communicative, and compassionate. I need to contribute, to encourage, and to care. I'm idealistic, spiritual, and sincere. I value integrity and unity in relationships, peaceful, flexible, imaginative. I am a natural romantic, a poet, and a nurturer. At work, I have a strong desire to influence others so that they lead more significant lives. I often work in the arts, communications, education, and helping professions. I am in depth at motivating and interacting with others. In relationships, I seek harmonious relationships and believe in true love. This is so me.
I love it!
I am romantic and cherish the small gestures of love. I'm affectionate, supportive, and a good listener. I enjoy doing thoughtful things for others. I bring drama, warmth, and empathy to relationships. In childhood, I was imaginative and creative. I flourished with encouragement rather than competition and wanted others to like me. I reacted with great sensitivity to discordance or rejection. I responded best to my teachers who were warm and friendly.
It's so you, right? Give her a round of applause! Last but not least, our greens. And without our greens, my tents would fall down. Seriously, we would have no AC and no heat.
Green. I seek knowledge and understanding, analytical, global, conceptual. I live life by my own standard, cool, calm, collected. I need explanations and answers, inventive, logical, perfectionistic. I value intelligence, insight, fairness, and justice. Abstract, hypothetical, investigative. I am a natural nonconformist, a visionary, and a problem solver. At work, I am conceptual and an independent thinker. For me, work is play. I am drawn to constant challenge in careers and like to develop models, explore ideas, and build systems to satisfy my need to deal with the innovative. Once I have perfected an idea, I prefer to move on, leaving the project to be maintained and supported by others. In relationships, I prefer to let my head rule my heart. I dislike repetition, so it's difficult for me to continuously express feelings. I believe that once feelings are stated, they should be obvious to a partner. I am uneasy when my emotions control me. I want to establish a relationship, leave it to maintain itself, and turn my energies back to my career. In childhood, I appeared to be older than my years. I was focused on my greatest interests and achieved more in subjects that were mentally stimulating. I was impatient with drill and routine. I questioned authority and found it necessary to respect teachers before I could learn from them.
Is that you? Give her a round of applause! Thank you. Oh, you guys see? I'm going to give you a hug. I know it's quite uncomfortable sometimes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. One more round of applause for everybody. Yay! Okay, how do I turn this off so it doesn't like make noises? You turn it off, you're good. All right. Okay, so a couple stories now that you guys know this. So the most important thing, and I'm going to give you a link, I have notes in the presentation for you guys. The most important thing is to understand reframing. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how we use these. So in a company, when I'm building companies, the marketing team and the sales team, they're orange. They can sell anything, but they've got to believe in it, and they've got to love what they're doing. Do not stick them in a cubicle. Do not give them 9 to 5, clock in and clock out. It won't work. I promise you. For brides and couples, on Pinterest, if they have one, there are 3,693 images, no folders, no rhyme or reason. It is a shit show. But they need us, and they value fun and freedom, excitement. They're like, here's some money, I'll see you in a year. And it's like, no, wait a minute. But these are the people, deadline, that word is not in our vocabulary. Rules, that is not in our vocabulary. How many of you are loading in to an event, and it's a Saturday, and there's a marathon or a Titans game or whatever hometown you live in, and there are cones everywhere, right? Meaning, do not drive down that road. But we get out of the car, and and we move it, and we drop right through, and then move it back, because that doesn't apply to me. I'm in a hurry, right? But a gold person would never think about doing that, ever. These people break the speed limit. Yeah. It's like, what? It was 75? Like, what? But gold for gold people, these people, whoa, they get on I'm on my gold people's nerves all the time. They're like, can you just finish a sentence? Yeah. And in first marriages, you guys, opposites attract, and for some reason, in my experience of thousands of couples, these two colors attract. I don't know why. Because these people need these people to hold it together, right? And do stuff on time. Now in second marriages and third marriages, typically people are the same color because they don't want to work that hard anymore. It's true. Okay, gold people in a company, these are the loyal people that you can trust them with your life. High golds. Now when I'm talking about building companies, guys, I only look for high 20s. When I'm hiring people for these specific colors. Oh, and on wedding dates, this is me. We only need one orange in the company. It's enough. I mean, running around changing stuff. Oh my God, I don't like this. Let's change this. Like, I know I get on people's nerves. They're like, that's what a floor plan's for. And I'm like, they're always different because I need variety. And that's why people come to me. They want something different off the wall. No, I don't have pictures because I've never done it before. Right? Yes, I take risk. We always work it out. No one's died yet. Knock on wood. So in companies, gold people, I'm talking high 20s, these are the people that can run your other people. They're very loyal. They tell the truth. They follow the speed limit. They will clock in and out at 5. They like a routine. They're fine in a cubicle. They'll clock out at 5 o'clock and go work till midnight because they are accountable. They will do it their way because their way is the right way. And on a Friday night, the blues are like, can I help you get done with your projects? Because you have a family. And the gold's like, no, I got it. The blue gets their feelings hurt. It's so true, you guys. Like, I watch this all the time. So, gold people on wedding days, they're running the iPad, they're running the schedule, they are proactive. You cannot teach proactiveness. I've tried it for 18 years with my intern program. It does not work. What works is proactiveness, and y'all, silly little fun test. It's 3:54. The cake was supposed to be here at 3:50. Why isn't the cake here? Well, the gold people, they are on the phone with the baker. They already know there's 7 roads closed down because there's a game, and they already have 2 alternate routes for them to get there. So these are the people that you can trust to run stuff. They love to do lists. They need a deadline. If you're a leader, especially us orange people, I only tell them half of what's in my head sometimes. And then my green people are like, why? What was that? How many? And they ask me questions. I'm like, oh, I don't know, figure it out, you know? It's like I don't think that far ahead. That's why I've got them in my life. Does this make sense? So in business for green, so for a long time in my company, I did not have a high green because they got on my nerves. I still love you. But they asked, I got 5 minutes. They asked too many questions. However, once I hired a high green, everything changed in my life and my business. Because I started to understand numbers, profitability, analytics, tracking my time. And I love when they ask me questions now. And so now I'm very removed from my company because they'll say, what image do you want to use to run this ad? And I'm like, well, I like that one. And not only do I love this one, I love the client, I love the design, I love everything about it. And then they're just, she's like, well, this image, what about this image? I'm like, no. I didn't like the client. I couldn't wait till it was over. I hated the design. I hated the colors, but I had to do it because that's what the client wanted. And she's like, well, I already A/B split tested it, and that image won. So do you want to do what you like or do what makes money? And I'm like, I lose again. I always have to buy them why. So it's like, y'all, the numbers don't lie. What you like and what you think, and when you ask your audience what their needs are, it's totally different. And you got to take a step back to grow your business for green. Now the greens and couples, they don't really have planners because they think they can do it on their own by researching online and finding the best deal. It's not always about money. They just want to know they're getting the best value. They will go through every single rental order. They will go through every single thing, line item, and you have got to earn their trust by knowing what the hell you're doing, and then you'll earn their trust. These people aren't huggers. They're not gonna, they don't need smiley faces in their emails. Just get to the freaking point, okay? I had a groom tell a bride at a tasting one time, and these two opposites attract. He said, I told you I loved you when I asked you to marry me, and if I change my mind, I'll let you know. What are we having for dinner? Like, seriously. Okay, the blue people. These are the people that are taking care of my clients. Customer service, they're holding the dresses, following them around with the bouquet. What can I get you? A leaf, Tylenol, Sprite, 7-Up, whatever you need. Even if it's not our toolbox, we'll find it, right? Sometimes these people are a little bit irrational with their feelings and their emotions, but you need these people to keep other people happy. And these are the people at the end of the night working 22 hours without eating or peeing, and I'm not kidding, we're being funny because we do that. They just want to hug and thank you at the end of the night. They would much rather have that than a $1,000 tip. If you don't say thank you and if you complain, they won't sleep for a week. I'm not kidding. And these brides and grooms and couples cannot make a decision to save their life. They need 50 people's opinions, and they're welcome boxes and stuff. Like they'll spend $150 for it. My green people are like, why the F do we need a bag? Like a welcome bag? Like they're coming. Like we don't need this. So again, like I love to go in and do this with teens because this is a team building activity. So that you can understand. Whenever I have more time, we break out into groups. People come up with skits. We call it edutainment. We don't have time for all that today. I wish I had more time with you guys. But recap, which again, this is more for you guys. If you want to download the presentation, I'll give you the link. Again, the most important slide in all that I said is if you are not a color, to reframe and go back and understand how people perceive you. People think I'm goofing off, manipulative, untrustworthy. I can't stay on task. I'm scattered. I take unnecessary risks. I resist closure for decisions. That's not true. I gotta make a decision and move on. That's my job. I'm obnoxious, immature, and self-centered. But I'm really flexible. It's like if something's like blowing over and we got 2 tornadoes coming through for an outdoor wedding with 550 people and we need to get on Facebook and move it back an hour and a half, no big deal. We've got this. This just happened to me in June, and I'm like, I'm never doing another outdoor wedding again, ever. Like it was a nightmare, but we did it. We pulled it off. My goals were dying. They're like, why does the weather have to be doing this right now? This is not on the timeline. So again, I'm gonna get you guys to the link so that you can understand. So get your phones out, take a picture. If you have questions, I'll be in the hallway. I need to get out for the next speaker, apparently. So it's bit.ly/weddingmba matchmaker. I hope that you all can use this tool in your businesses personally and professionally so that you can understand people. There's some stuff about Instagram and these t-shirts. Regardless of who you are and what you do, you are a leader. This does not stand for German Shepherd Dog. A guy came up to me, he goes, oh my God, I have a German Shepherd too. Do you have a German? And I'm like, what? Is he talking to me? And I'm like, no, this stands for get shit done, dude. Like, we get shit done, right? That's what we do in this room. We make shit happen, people. So we have a Facebook group. If you want to be a GST leader, join us. Podcasts, video tips, all free resources, guys. Take a picture, download the presentation. Thank you so much for your time. Y'all have a wonderful day. It's the last day of Wedding MBA. Guys, I'm getting the same question. If your numbers are pretty even at the bottom across the board, you're not in the high 20s, that's a good thing. It means you're very level-headed and you can change hats really quickly. So you can be flexible. It's not a bad thing. So I hope that answers your question. You're